When I was 6, my best friend moved to Canada. So I read Other Words for Home by Jasmine Warga. Not for myself, but so I could understand what it felt like for my best friend as she moved across the continent to a place where she didn't know the people or the language. When I turned 10, I met a kind girl who had a huge secret that she kept locked away from the rest of the world. So I read A Mango-Shaped Space by Wendy Mass. Not for myself, but so I could understand what it felt like for her to hide a truth about herself from the rest of the world. When I turned 14, I met a kind girl with intense anxiety. So I read a book called The Lonely Heart of Mabel Lane by Kate Oshahasi, so I could understand what it felt like for her during those times of intense panic. It seems all my life I've been using novels and literature to connect with my friends, family, and peers on a more deeper and personal level. Books act as bridges between people and cultures that connect us to each other without us even having to leave our seats. We can bridge connections, better understand the people sitting to our left and to our right, and sometimes even ourselves, when we read books that hint at specific struggles and challenges that another faces. There are 4 principles that every human being on the planet deserves to be treated with: compassion, kindness, understanding, and open-mindedness. To truly abide by these principles, one must understand the internal and external struggles that another person faces. Many authors try to include a diverse set of casts in their novels, and Miss Abby Evanstone, author of Sky Song, is no different. In her novel, she includes characters who are trapped physically and mentally, characters who are considered outsiders by others, and characters who have medical conditions. She wants to promote the ideals that you should not be judged based on your race, religion, background, or birthplace. Aside from cultivating empathy responses, authors often try to create realistic people with palpable problems. Mr. Kazoko Jackson, author of Yesterday's History, wants to enrich literature with inclusive stories that expand viewpoints across people who are from different cultures, colors, and queerness. He wants people to step into the perspective of someone who feels different than others and expects acceptance, even though they won't find it. Through his book, you can learn about the struggles queer people have faced and continue to face, while learning about how far they've come since the beginning. Through his book, you can connect with people in real life who identify with characters present in his novel, using the book to foster relationships and empathy off of. Coming from a family of avid readers, I was introduced to reading at a very young age. What better place to go for books than a library? To help my friends and family curate empathy, I created a list of books for the library here at LCJSMS. These books have helped me immensely through my life, not only to understand the struggles of my friends and family, but to live through them. These books have helped me not only learn that the world is a messy and scary place, but that when we come together, we can face the world as one. Rarely do people have the experience where they truly get to learn about another person, but I was lucky enough to have a friendship where we let each other in and learned about each other in a way I was able to learn about no one else. We learned, not only through our connecting experiences, but through our book choices about one another. We learned through the characters we liked and disliked, the scenes that we booed and hurrahed, about each other. We learned that about each other's joys and pains, what made us exactly who we were. And this friendship has lasted a long time and continues to stand for this day, and hopefully will continue throughout the future. Reading books creates empathy that can be used in real-life situations. So next time you're sitting with someone, whether it be a new acquaintance or an old friend, use your novel knowledge to connect to others and bridge the gap between you and them. Together, we can share one story instead of billions of separate narratives. Thank you.